What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. And it is Nagy on Sports. And it is week 17 of our 2025 Browns sim. The Browns are right in the thick of it here at 8 and 6. 8 and 6, 8 and 7. I've already forgotten. 8 and 7, I think. And they're going to need to take care of their business here at home, hosting the Detroit Lions in the old Great Lakes Classic here on the banks of Lake Erie. Kit, how are we doing today?
I'm doing well, and yeah, big game here. Obviously, the Lions have been resurgent of late and have a very, very well-constructed team. Your Browns going to have to take care of business if they're going to come away with a win at home. It's going to be a, kind of a tough, gritty, Great Lakes kind of matchup that you would expect between these two teams.
Absolutely. It will be. Welcome in Big Q, welcome in Carter, welcome in Jim. All right. Big Q's calling for him again. The last time he called for him, we did put him in at the beginning and they won the game. So, again, I'm nothing if not a man of the people. He didn't get any of the reps this week, but what the heck? Let's do it anyway. Just because you asked for it. Let 12 cook, he says. That's so funny. All right, here we go. Let's kick this thing off. The 11-4 Detroit Lions. The 8-7 Cleveland Browns. Here we go, and it is a big one for the Browns. It's a Thursday night game. The place would be absolutely electric, you'd have to assume. All right, Jared Goff. Yeah, you'd have to. You'd have to assume the city would be a buzzing all day.
Yep, and not more so than when they get the dome and can trap in some of that noise. It's gonna be a lot louder in that dome.
Sure will. All right, first play of the game. Jared Goff going to start in a shotgun. Receives a snap from Frank Ragnow, the veteran center. Left side throw in traffic. Got his man. Watch out! Left side to the Jamison Williams, who changed his number. Going to be number 1 now, and we know that he can absolutely burn it with the ball in his hands. He's going to get a first down to start the game.
A beautiful little inside leverage play there, able to open himself up.
Up the middle this time. Jahmyr Gibbs. Did he also change his number to number 0? All these number changes I was not prepared for. But yep, Jahmyr Gibbs is number 0, and Jamison Williams is number 1. I'm looking at the official roster even as we speak. 2nd and 8 now. David Montgomery checks in as the fullback, so both of them will be in the game. They're going to delay handoff to Gibbs. Oh, Mason Graham doesn't fall for it, and he'll sack Goff back to the 49-yard line. The rookie flashing some sack power.
Yeah, early recognition there that the running back didn't have the ball is a good look there for the rookie, able to get himself immediately back to in the backfield and create that havoc back there.
Absolutely, havoc created indeed. Now a 3rd and 18. By all accounts, the early returns from camp is that he and the rest of the defensive line, like the first 3 teams of them, are wrecking havoc. Setting up a screen to the left side. Watch out, it's going to be Gibbs, and Hickman slows him down, just kind of holds his hand, and then pulls him to the ground, and the Browns are going to get off the field. Nice stop there for the Browns on a 3rd and long. They tried to run screen, and Hickman, hoping to take that step as the starting free safety this year, makes a nice play. And this punt for Jack Fox is not a good one, goes out of bounds. Well, remember, this is Big Q. This is still a created draft class, as we are using last year's game for another week or so. So you would hope that the new game would be a little more accurate. Emphasis on hope.
That's right.
All right, here we go. You asked for him. Here he is. TB12. Left side throw. Shador. He's going to throw it to Tillman right at the first down marker. He'll hold on. First down, Browns.
Yeah, big physical play there from Tillman, able to shield the ball with his body. That's what you get out of that big body receiver like him.
Up the middle this time, Dylan Sampson will scoot for 5 to the midfield stripe for the Browns.
It's kind of odd. It looked like he was sitting on air there.
Yeah, Kurt sure did.
Kind of like still moving forward somehow, but like sitting back on his haunches. It was very odd.
He got shoved forward in the seated position, yes. Delayed handoff. They'll fake it. Now Shador fires over the middle. Tipped. Pill almost picked it. Then Judy almost caught it again. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Kirby Joseph, the safety, was back there as well, as they've upgraded their cornerback position where they drafted Terry and Arnold last year. Now Shador just against a three-man rush. To the right side. Flying through the air goes the Chief. DJ Reed, one of those acquisitions from the Jets, over there in coverage, and the Browns will stall out. And punt it away here from the midfield stripe. Maybe could have had them go for it. Just a little slow on the go for it button, apparently. Borges, and it's out of bounds in the end zone. Touchback. All right. Each team's had the ball once, and each team has punted once. Appreciate everybody being on again. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place on YouTube that you're going to find these live simulated sporting events with the live original commentary as Gibbs goes for 6 on a first down. Appreciate all of our subscribers. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Motion coming from Amon-Ra St. Proud. They'll fake it to him, give it to Gibbs up the middle. Newsom can't hold on. First down achieved that time for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Little center slide action in there is kind of freaking me out. He slid forward, slid backwards, and slid forward again. He would have got a full start for sure, but like there it is again. He's doing this weird like sliding with the ball in his hand like he's about to snap it.
Interesting. Goff will throw it away.
It's not a natural motion, that's for sure. It's not something that a guy who's in that position would be able to do like that. It's definitely a weird madness.
Yes, the closer we get to the new game, the less they like to update their glitches. 3rd and 2 coming up. Denzel makes the tackle on Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's see if the Browns can get him off the field again. Malik Collins has checked into the game along with Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Give it to Gibbs again. He's got a big hole up the middle. He'll get the first down. Baker will hit him at the 45. And the rest of the Browns will bring him down at the 46. Jahmyr Gibbs with another first down run for the Lions. There's a quick look at Dan Campbell on the sideline. 1st and 10. Goff sending Jamison Williams in motion. Browns respond with some man coverage. They try to throw it to Jamison because MJ Emerson was slow to get over there, and Goff tapping his helmet knew he missed a wide open receiver there.
Yeah, he sure did. He had the opportunity, probably would have scored if he had put it in stride.
Not many people catch it. Jamison Williams. Here's Laporta with a little show motion now. Quickly throw to the right side to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he'll be hit by Delpit at the 46-yard line, and the Lions are into Browns territory. Here comes another 3rd and short for the Detroit offense. Yes, Big Q, he absolutely would have been gone. He can fly. Goff now, empty. Quick little out route. Got it, first down. Jamison Williams. Trying to start some stuff with Ethan Posick on the sideline. First down, Lions.
Now the old stick concept works for them there. They just get deep enough to get the first down yardage and get the ball to an uncovered man.
Quick little throw to the right side to Laporta. He'll be ripped to the ground very quickly by Greg Newsome. Gain of 4 that time, and the dink and dunk offense for the Lions so far is working on this drive. 5.5 to go. Quickly dump it over the middle short once again, right at the sticks. They'll say he's just a little bit short. That's Tim Patrick, former Denver Bronco. Now the 3rd wide receiver here in Detroit. Big set of tight ends down to the left side. Laporta will come in motion. Delpit follows him across the formation. Back to pass. Blitz coming for the Browns. He'll feel it. Dump it to Laporta for a first down. Oh, maybe he reestablishes. He does, and it'll be 4th and inches. Wow.
Wow, that was a mistake.
Just
He
fall
had that
down.
first down.
He sure did.
Yeah, he had that first down by quite some distance, but trying to reestablish there, he just lost track of where he was on the field, I think, and that results in a field goal instead of a continued drive.
Absolutely, it does. And the Browns will hold them to a field goal because of Laporta's mistake. Jake Bates will put it through 3-0 as we start the scoring here. A Week 17 game. Browns and Lions. Very, very important that the Browns can take care of business here today. Appreciate everybody being on. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we would encourage you to do that. We're at 11:41. We've picked up a couple the last few days. If that's you, thank you so much for doing so. Sampson gets small through the hole, and he'll wiggle for 3 on that play. Also hit that thumbs up button. It helps to continue to grow our sim audience here at Nagy on Sports. Double tight ends are to the right side. Shador is under Ethan Posick. And trying to stretch it, just nowhere to go. Aiden Hutchinson back from his injury. Just kind of pushes Jack Conklin back into the pile, and it's 3rd and 7. Trips to the left side for Shador. Back to pass now. And I think that was supposed to be a screen, maybe? Blown up in the backfield, Aleem McNeil. And also they picked up DJ Reader in the middle of that line, so a lot of beef coming right at him. Yep, there's DJ Reader's the one who actually made the secondary sack, and the Browns will punt. On a 4th and 19, here comes the rookie Isaac Tisla. Tisla will get it up. Pretty solid season for Goff. Your team's 11-4. He's got 3,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions on the season so far, as they've tried to go for it all, it seems, here. High formation now. Motion coming for Laporta. The short passing game worked a lot. They'll hand it off to Gibbs. He's going to be blown up in the backfield. McGuire hit him first. Somehow he spun around and gained 3 when he should have deserved none. Passing yards, 90-5. That's a pretty good way to start the game. Nice tackle by Newsome on Tim Patrick. Big 3rd down coming up for the defense. Feels like we might need the defense to create a little spark here. Goff, 5 men out in the pattern. He's got time. He'll throw it short, but he can't hold on. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think it was kind of at his kneecaps, but Amon-Ra cannot hang on, and the Lions will punt it away here.
Yeah, rare drop for Amon-Ra, although that's not usually his skill set that they were trying to use him in there. He's more of a burner downfield type. Underneath in that spot was kind of an odd look. But you know, then again, he is pretty sure-handed, so odd that for him to drop that one.
Yes. I agree with you there. Let's try to do a little coach mode here. Sampson, left side, spinning off a tackler, past the 10, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And that breathing room is so important down there by the end zone. So good run to start it out, staying ahead of the stick. 2nd and 1 feels a lot more comfortable here.
Yes, it is. Quick little throw to the right side on a stick route to Harold Fannin for a 1st down. And that's likely how the 1st quarter will come to a close. It is here, 3-0 Lions lead. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports again. Just doing some situational coach mode. Sometimes we need to call the plays and shake it up a little bit. So that's what we're doing right now. But all I do is snap the ball, and then they take over from there. You can actually turn the coach mode button on in your own game if you'd like to. Which basically means if you don't touch me, I'll throw it to somebody. Left side throw to Deontay Johnson near the sticks. Another 2nd and inches coming up for the Browns. Try a little play action pass here. On a 2nd and inches. Shador climbing under the center. Turn around. There's the play action. Back to pass. Now he'll throw it in rhythm. Diving play. Whew. There's the rookie Enos Rakestraw Jr. And that was a crazy, crazy diving effort for him to be able to knock it away. Not going to overthink it here. Just try to run it up the middle. Sampson left side. 30, 35. Dylan Sampson. Nice run. Throwing guys to out the club, and a 1st down to the 39 for the rookie.
Well blocked up front. Beautiful little seam developed and good vision from Sampson, able to take advantage of it here as he just finds that soft spot in the defense and able to get upfield for quite a bit of yardage there. Very nice run.
Welcome and applied. Go Browns. It was nice to see him switch that ball to the outside arm as well as he approached the sideline. He'll dump it short. Nothing wrong with doing that. Sampson will catch it for 4. No problem with the check down there, my friend. No problem with the check down. Sanders turn around. Play action look now. Shador, quick little throw. Got a man first down. Fannin first down past the 50. And into Lion territory. Harold Fannin Jr. Nice job there. Hey, LA, welcome in. Yeah, I did hear about Clase. That's after they were talking about him being on the trade block. I don't think he's going anywhere now. Part of the league's investigation into sports betting, he will be suspended through the end of the month of August while they keep investigating, so that's never a good idea. Hey, 504, welcome in. Go Browns. Sanders now back to pass. He'll throw left side. First down. Got it to Cedric Tillman to the 31. Yeah, him and Ortiz. Yep, two of their pitchers. I mean, at some point, it's like you have all of these. Every single sports team is sponsored by FanDuel, sponsored by Draft. Like, how could they not have known that this was going to be an issue? Just because you tell guys, you really shouldn't do this. They're like, I can make a whole lot of money doing this. I'll just have to be really smart about it. And they're never that smart about it, apparently. Quinshawn now into the game. He's the third string running back, and he'll get nothing. Should not be in the game, but actually, I could make Toa Tua, who are the big guy they signed out of the UFL today. And Shador will throw it away. All right, well, it was a moderately successful drive. We'll go back to the sim situation now because I don't want to try to kick a field goal. I don't know how to play this game. Hopkins' kick is up, and it splits the uprights. And how important would Dustin Hopkins, or is Dustin Hopkins, like returning back to some sort of competency to this team this year?
Yeah, it's super important. I mean, that's a vital piece of what the Browns want to do, and it was a major disappointment to have him have such an off season last year.
Applied, I did hear that as well, that they were able to remove that tumor, but that I also heard he's taking a leave of absence and stepping away from coaching while he continues to recover. And or maybe without his kid and Travis Hunter, he doesn't want to have to coach this year. I don't know. Play action, Goff. Pressure coming! It's always going to sidestep the first sack. Will not avoid the second sack. Delpit, I think, hit him first. Isaiah McGuire cleans it up. Second and 18 here with 9 minutes to play in a 3-3 ball game. Play in the first half, rather. Goff dump it right side to Tim Patrick. He'll be thrown to the ground immediately by Genu at the 23. 3rd and 12 now. He'll step back there alone. 5 wide receivers in the package. Browns rush 4. Browns get to him. He's going to be hit as he throws. It wibbles in the air, and Jerome Baker stone hands it. Oh, no.
Oh, no. You got to catch those. That was a gimme. A little lollipop there right in his hands, and he just can't get the handle, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know if that's far enough down the field where maybe he felt like if I catch this, it'll be worse than a punt return. But I don't think it was this far down the field. DeAndre Carter.
No, it was not.
DeAndre Carter makes a fair catch at the 28. All right, well. See if this.
It was a short arm punt, is what it would have been, as opposed to a full-blown punt.
Yes, the short arm punt. Here comes Sampson, left side, big hole, 40, nearing the 43-yard line. Dylan Sampson with another great run right up the middle. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns forever. Another nice run for Sampson. He's running hard to start this game. 7:37 on that second quarter clock. Shador, right side throw. Caught by Tillman. Came way back to the football to do it. It's only going to net 7 yards. Felt like he came back 5 to catch it.
Yeah, he basically got the yardage back, and that was about it from where he caught it.
It's all right. I'm okay with a 2nd and 3. You can run everything in the playbook here. Now Shador will take off. He'll pick it up with his feet to the 45, to the 40, and he'll slide down at the 40 after a first down scramble. Shador Sanders.
Yeah, slippery little play. Early recognition that he didn't have anything downfield and able to get himself out of that pocket in a hurry, and that was a nice little move there from Sugar.
Turn around, up the middle. Sampson again, just crushing 8 yards a time. This time around now, 8 carries, 52 yards for the rookie here in half number 1. He stays in the game. Pitch it to the right side. Sampson's going to try to go wide. He's going to keep getting spilt, and eventually will lose yardage and go out of bounds. Brian Branch, the former Alabama Crimson Tide safety, pushes him to the sideline. Big 3rd and 3 here. Double tight, actually triple tight ends into the game. Stretch it left side. Sampson! He's going to be not there. I'm going to make him go for it, because why not? I'm not going to beat this team with field goals, in my opinion.
No, I don't think this is a team that you can reliably beat with field goals.
Sanders, quick throw, and it hits Njoku in the groin, and he can't hold on. What was that?
That was
He
ugly.
was wide open. Shador's like, here you are. Other one, I'm going to get to see a replay of it. Cool. Oh, that was fun. Situational coach mode backfires because Shador... I don't know much about the new running back, Karen. He played for the Michigan Panthers in the UFL, led that league in rushing touchdowns. He's a bigger back, as we're going to get a fumble, and then it's picked up by Laporte. I think he was down. Let's see if they get a challenge on this. He played his college football at Nevada. No review of that, huh? Just fumble and then advance it another 15 yards. Why not? 1st and 10 now. Late motion coming. Goff back to pass. He'll fling it left side. Oh, I thought it was going to be picked, but Schlesinger went over, pursued the slant angle. Whew. I don't know, Big Q. It was weird, though. Whatever happened. 2nd and 4 now. Motion again from Sam Laporta. We've seen a lot of that here today. Back to pass. Goff. Fling it quickly over the middle. Tim Patrick, once again, his 5th catch, just 27 yards, but it's another 1st down as Goff keeps dinking and dunking here against the Browns defense. About the only thing they've had success with. Goff, quick throw across the middle, again, caught by Jamison Williams. Schlesinger will drag him to the ground. Yeah, he's kind of like the hammer, maybe like the short yardage back, right? Kind of the thunder to the short-term replacement to Quinshon as the quote-unquote power back. Nice tackle there by Baker and Ward on Tim Patrick. 2nd and 6, but we've got the 2-minute warning here in Cleveland. 3-3. Defensive struggle so far to start. Looks like a beautiful Thursday night. This would be, what, mid to late December? They're not even breathing the... Or they can't even see their breath right now. Fired over the middle. Caught 1st down on a 2nd and 6. Baker again immediately tackles him, but the damage is done. And a 1st down catch. Yep, and or a practice player just to get some more carries too, Jim. They had to sign a wide receiver for the same reason. This one's going to go way out of the back of the end zone in the direction of the dog pound. 2nd and 10. Winston White, I think is what his name is. The guy they signed, a receiver they signed on, what, Friday maybe? Back to pass. Double blitz up the middle. Now pressure coming. He's going to be sacked by Myles Garrett. Let's go. Finally, Myles shows up. We've just heard the announcement today. He will be one of the, 8 members of the 99 Club when the new game comes out. And let's hope they have finally finished his punishment. And yes, obviously, we kind of buried the lead. The one thing we haven't talked about, of course, is the news of Kenny Pickett's hamstring injury. Sounds like he's going to miss at least a week. So really a big opportunity, especially for the 2 rookies, to see some extra reps as a pressure sack comes again. Cam Thomas is back there. Tryon Shainka as well. Both of those guys have been making splash plays at camp already. Their D-end room is very deep.
Yeah, I think the extra reps is the biggest part of this. Is just a little more opportunity to spread out the love amongst the 3 remaining. So obviously, Flacco is Flacco. He's the old wily vet, been doing it for a long time. But the young guys in particular, they have, that's one of the biggest things to get. The more you see it, the more you are able to immerse yourself in that, the better off you are, and so those guys are both getting some benefit out of that injury for now, and we'll see how long it lasts. I mean, obviously the hamstring soft tissue injuries are hard to come back from.
Mm-hmm. All right, 3-3. Halftime here. Defensive struggle. If you like defense, you've come to the right place. Sampson today, 10 carries, 52 yards for the rookie. The new running back will not be on the game, and I would probably have to make him to put him in the game, which I'm not above doing. There's only 1 week left in the regular season, though. Sampson, he'll try the middle this time. Swarm to the ground. DJ Reeder and Enos Rakestraw Jr. getting back there. 2nd and 12. He'll lose 2. Ford checks into the game now. First time we've really seen him. They'll give it to him. He'll try the left, and whoa, he fumbles it right to Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, boy. Jerome Ford immediately into the game and immediately gives it right back. That's not a great look.
Yeah, I can't be doing that. That's that unfortunately is the last thing you could afford to do in a game like this, in a position like that. Defense just with a big series for them, rewarded with now having to come back out on the field, having to defend the red zone again, which is not ideal.
That was Jack Campbell, the former Iowa linebacker. Many people teased them for taking him with the number 1 pick, or with a first-round pick. A couple of years ago, they took Gibbs and Jack Campbell in the same draft, and that was when not taking running backs that high wasn't cool yet. Again, both he and Bijan Robinson have kind of changed that narrative, haven't they? With Ashton Genty going top 6 this year. All right, 1st and 10. Browns need to stiffen up here on the sudden change situation. Goff will send Laporta in motion. He's done this several times so far today. Back to pass. Browns showing him nothing pre-snap. Puts it at the feet of Laporta that time. Schwessinger's like, I'm on to you, Goff. We're not going to fall for that. Well, basically, your new green dot with the retirement of Jordan Hicks. Schwessinger will be thrust in there maybe even earlier than they were anticipating. Goff over the middle. Caught wide open. Hit hard by Newsome, but Jamison Williams has 9, and it's a 3rd and 1. Double tight ends to the right, climbing under center. Motion again. This time Hickman does stay with Laporta. Turn around, give it to Gibbs. No play action. Baker doesn't bite on it, and they'll sack him back to the 17 and force a field goal. Big play from Jerome Baker, and the Browns defense does hold.
Yeah, Browns defense again stepping up in a big way, but obviously, you gotta got some ball protection here, and they've got to figure out a way to get a sustained drive, get themselves downfield, get some points on the board, because they're not gonna last this onslaught long if they continue to let the Lions chip away at them, and turnovers certainly not helping that.
Nope. No, they cannot turn the ball over again, that's for sure. 10:39, so no real harm on that play from Ford, but they cannot afford to do that again. 110 to 94 total yards right now. Again, just a defensive struggle. Both teams beating their heads against the wall. Here's a slant left side to Tillman. He's wide open to the 40, and he'll break a tackle to the 43-yard line. Nobody covered said there. Big first down for the Browns. Appreciate everybody being on. Again, Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Back to pass now. Shador. He's got decent time, and it breaks down immediately, and he'll be sacked by Alex Anzalone, the veteran linebacker out of the University of Florida. 2nd and 17 now for Shador. He'll spread them out 5 wide. And they'll set up a screen to Jerry Jeudy that'll lose 3 yards. Weird play. Took a long time to develop. And now it's 3rd and forever. Never what you want to put your rookie quarterback in if possible. Shador back to pass. They're going to set up another screen. Why are there screen passes back in this playbook? Ugh. Aleem McNeil. There must have been one that I forgot to take out or something. We've seen it twice on 3rd down, and it has been equally unsuccessful both times. Thank you, Madden. Nice tackle by Miles Harden. All right, Come on, D. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. We may have to go back to some situational coach mode. And the Browns get the ball back here. That was the only time they scored was when we drove them down the field for their field goal. Across the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown hit hard by Hickman and Carson Swessinger. That puts the Lions over 100 yards of total offense. Again, both teams hovering around the 100-yard of total offense mark, which is crazy. Gibbs will try the right. Holding not called. He'll break a tackle and get the first down. Man, Newsom was getting mugged and no call. At the 35-yard line now. Jared Goff. Delayed handoff to Gibbs once again. He'll hop step in the backfield and pick up 3. Jerome Baker there with him. 2nd and 7 upcoming.
Interesting choice from Gibbs there. He had a hole out to the outside. He probably could have got a lot more yardage out of it if he decides to go back to the center.
Left side throw over the head, and we're going to get a flag on the play. What? How was that defensive pass interference? Oh, my.
Yeah.
Delpit wasn't even close to the play, was he? They don't even show any replays anymore. Brutal call for the Browns and a new set of downs. Oof, Swessinger, what a hit on Gibbs that time.
They don't do replays in the game because they know they can't defend it.
Well, not only did it seem uncatchable, I don't even think Delpit, maybe he was making contact with a different receiver in a different part of the field, but I didn't think he was the one covering the tight end. 3rd and 5 here. Come on, D. Blitz coming. They'll set up their screen, which of course works perfectly, and Gibbs has a first down to the 40 and more. Just totally ridiculous that if you're the team that started the game, you cannot run a screen pass. Wild to me. That's been broken for years. Back to pass. Pressure in his face, and now McGuire will sack him back to the 50-yard line. Isaiah McGuire getting some love here in this game. 2nd and 19. Yes, Jim, it was a bad call. There's no way around it. Let's see if they can respond to the bad call. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It'll throw across the middle to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It sets up a 3rd and 10, and that's 150 yards passing now for Jared Goff on probably 117 completions because he is not throwing the ball very far down the field. Blitz coming again. They'll set up screen again. Baker makes a great tackle because he was the only one who could prevent the first down, and he did. Now Jake Bates will come in to attempt the kick. Bates' kick from about 53 is up towards the dog pound, and it's good. 9-3. Jake Bates now in his 2nd season out of Arkansas. Your kicker, and he drills it up and drills it through. So now the Browns. What? Good.
Defense is doing everything they can to keep the Browns in this game, but the offense has got to get something going, or else it's going to be a long day. And field goals all it's going to take to beat you. You gotta put a better showing out there on the field than that.
Yep. Flip the field with me deciding to take over the plays. Fired it. Found a wide open Chief. First down. As we'll call some plays again. Situational coach mode. I just call the plays and snap it, and then I don't touch the keyboard mostly because I don't know how to game on a PC at all. But also because that's not what you watch the channel for, is to watch me play video games. You can do that plenty of places on YouTube. Sanders will step back into the shotgun after a nice run. Ford is into the game. The last time he was in, he fumbled. This time he's got the first down to the 45. Holding on with 2 hands. Much better opportunity there for him, and they have a first down to the 41.
Yeah, he got a talking to there on the sideline about ball security, so he was going to make sure he wasn't going to fumble that time.
I'm sure he did. 44 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Sanders under center. Back to pass again. And he'll be sacked as he was attempting to throw it away. DJ Reader, the former Bengal. And now the current Detroit Lion. 2nd and 15. Sanders back to pass. Throws it in the direction of Fannin, and it's going to be incomplete, unfortunately. That pressure was coming. That pressure was coming. Yeah, why is it giving me all of these? We want to run a screen pass. Woof. Woof. All right, 3rd and 15.
According to Madden, that's what you do.
That's what you do on 3rd and long, is you run a screen. Fired it over the middle. How about a dig route to Judy, and he fights forward for a first down. What a play by 3.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty right there. Very physical from Judy. He does have that knack ability to get himself in good body position and fight for extra yardage. With his slimmer frame, he is still able to act like a bigger body receiver at times.
Yes, he is now. Play action. Oh, Shador. I should have known. Malcolm Rodriguez, a.k.a. Rodrigo, if you remember the year that they were on. Hard Knocks with a sack.
Yeah.
Shador back to pass. Good pocket. He'll fire. Left side. Caught by Jerry Jeudy. They picked up most of it back. 3rd and 4. Important play here for the Browns. In field goal range.
Actually, all of it and some to get themselves back in a good position on the sticks.
Shador fired in rhythm. Jeudy to the 10. 1st and goal. Browns.
Finally, a productive drive going here, but critical that they punch this in here from the 7. A 1st and goal. You know, they'll have 4 opportunities to push this in, but they've got to get it in the end zone.
Yes, they do. Here comes Ford to the right, to the 10, to the 5. He's going to walk in untouched. Jerome Ford into the end zone.
And they had 4, only needed 1, getting it done right out the gate, going to the ground game, which has been a big part of the success so far of the day. And you know, Ford kind of making up for his
yes, he is.
His lapse there, able to get into the end zone. Is very important development for the Browns, taking their first lead in this one.
10-9 with 12-12 left in the game. Nice hole to the right side. Jerome Ford did punch it in.
And importantly, a long drive to give the defense a nice break to be able to hopefully play at that same level they've been playing at.
Absolutely. All right, guys, appreciate you being on. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports. We like entertaining games at the end. We got one here. We'd like it even more if the Browns could win. Gibbs up the middle, and Mason Graham and Mike Hall, a Big Ten sandwich in the middle. Big Q, I don't know, man. If they're gonna win games this year, it's gonna be really good defense and some touchdowns and field goals on offense. I mean, what they said even last year, they were 3-0 when they scored more than 18 points. All they had to do was score 18 points. They could only do it 3 times.
Yeah, I would hope our offense is a little better than they were last year, but obviously there is some concern there. It's hard to get, hard to build around an unknown.
Yep. No, you're right, Applied. It can't be worse than last year, frankly. Pressure up the middle. He's getting held. No call. Fired to the near the first down, and Diabate gives it up. I don't love Diabate against St. Brown, and St. Brown wins that matchup on a 3rd and long. I think just the switch back to a Stefanski offense has to mean we aren't as bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. That I think that is a big part of it, especially since he can scheme some guys open and find some vulnerabilities in the game plan because he knows that offense so well and can pull out wrinkles and looks that the defense isn't necessarily looking for.
Gibbs will run into a brick wall that time. Schlesinger hit him first. McGuire hits him second and 9.
And if we develop a guy that can execute that offense and with timing and rhythm, then we might be onto something. We'll see.
Back to pass now. Goff, decent pocket. Fling it right side. Pushing the ball down the field. Laporta had it. He beat double coverage. Andor found a good spot in the zone, and the Browns give up a big shot play, really for the first time all day, and now their backs are against the wall once again.
Well, the important thing here is to keep them out of the end zone. If they can manage that, it's a tenable game, but they've got to do stuff like that. A big TFL here, Mahmoud Diabate making up for his earlier play on this drive.
They're setting up screen, which of course works for them, except Mason Graham is right on top of David Montgomery, and they will lose 4. Wow, what a play for the rookie.
A big 3rd and 16 here. If this defense can stand tall, this could put them in a good position to be able to come away with a win in this game.
Sure can. Goff, he's in trouble. I think we're going to get a holding call. Hill's going to throw it away. Cameraman's going to give it away, I think. Nice holding, decline. Penei Sewell, the all-star right tackle. This is going to make them try a 53-yard field goal here for Jake Bates in the direction of the dog pound. The kick is up, the kick is driven, and the kick is good.
So an interesting choice here not to take the penalty yardage. You take the penalty yardage, make them do a 4th and what, 20,
a 3rd and 28 or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, 3rd and 28 attempt as opposed, which there aren't very many plays to do that. Now, it does give them a chance to get that converted, but they get no more yardage from there. They're out of field goal range or the very leading edge of field goal range, and that's a much harder kick.
That's true. Interesting
choice to decline.
Yeah. I agree with you. Sanders now hit at the line of scrimmage by Marcus Davenport, former Viking pass rusher. Yeah, I mean, applied, it's so fun. It's just so classic Browns. Like, they have the perfect catch-22 once again as Sanders will throw deep left side, and it's almost picked, which is that Flacco absolutely gives them their best chance to win on day one. And if all you're trying to do is win games, you probably should play Flacco most of the year. But you cannot go into the 2026 draft without knowing if Shedeur or Dillon can play quarterback. You just cannot. So you have to find a way to get each of them multiple games of reps so that you can know without a shadow of a doubt that you have to draft one again high in 26, or you're like, wow, one of these guys can actually play, so now we can go up and get Caleb Downs and, the best receiver in the draft, like that kind of a thing. So classic Browns conundrum of like, do you want to try to win or do you need to figure out what you got in the future? And is there some weird world where you can kind of do both? And I'm just not sure there is.
Well, yeah, I'm not convinced of that. And what you can't afford to have happen is to have your superstar quit on you because you're not living up to the expectation that you talked him into to re-sign with the Browns.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got 41 million reasons or whatever to be fine with, but whatever, but yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, that doesn't stop guys, hasn't stopped guys in the past from signing a big new contract, and then when they're upset with it, it shows pretty clearly on the field. So I suppose we'll see.
Yes, Jim. Damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Here's Jamari Thrash breaking tackles for a first down, and this drive for the Browns has been solid as they're up to the 35. So, yeah, it'll be really interesting. I think maybe in a perfect world, Flacco can start the first 5 or 6 weeks. Maybe he goes 2-4. Maybe he can go 3-3. I just feel like you need to give Shedeur and Dillon like 4, 5, 6 games each if you can. Like split the season in thirds, Fire to the right side, caught again. Dylan Sampson bounces off of tackler and gets a first down, number 22 to the 22.
Yeah, impressive contact balance there, staying low, able to keep his feet churning, and more yardage.
Back to pass. Shedeur. Poised in the pocket now. He'll step up. He sees it open. 10 to the 3, to the 9. Wrong direction, Phil. Nice run there for Shedeur, and it sets up a big first and goal, and the clock is trickling under 4.5. He and Gabriel have both done that pretty well, escaping the pocket and taking the yards that are there. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Shedeur. And now he'll... breaks the sack and now fires on the run. Left side, incomplete. Tillman and Judy somehow both in the same spot.
Yeah, it's an odd luxury, Big Q, to have 2 picks in the first round guaranteed for once, as after all these years of not having first-round picks, and kind of back to it for, kind of an odd situation to be looking at. Good, certainly still like what AB did, as he's going to get in the end zone. Nice run.
Sampson again, and the Browns' rushing attack is very strong in this game. Yep. And that big orbit motion from Njoku, and everybody looked that way, and then Sampson ran the other way, and look at him beating the defensive lineman, Josh Paschal. to the line, and the Browns going to take a lead.
Don't forget that one of the big reasons why you should be excited about the return to Kevin Stefanski's offense is this offensive line was tooled specifically for that offense. That's what it's built for. That's what they do best. That's what they block best, is that open, that wide zone scheme. So if they're back to kind of doing their bread and butter, we should expect a pickup in the run game. Even without 2-4 back there, we should definitely see the run game kind of back to what we had hoped it would be. Because that's the kind of offense where if you got a guy with vision and a quick step, can plant his foot and go. That's something that you can certainly take advantage of and get a bunch of, reliable ground yards.
Yes, you can. Goff heaves it left side to Jamison Williams. It's knocked away by M.J. Emerson. Woo.
A little contact there. Lucky that one doesn't get called. Now, the ball was a little underthrown, too, so maybe the ref was giving the benefit of the doubt on that, as they were hand fighting out there.
They sure were. Quick little throw over the middle to Jamison Williams. And he'll go down 3rd and 3. Yeah, you're right, Applied. It could be a pretty exciting preseason just to see these young guys play. And you're right, they're going to need to give them reps. Quick little throw left side. I probably don't need to see Myles Garrett play. I probably don't need to see Denzel Ward play. But, the starting offensive line probably should play.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku should probably play. We'll see how they choose to attack that. Again, a week from Friday, already preseason game. Number 1. 1st and 10, with 2:35 to go. Another little dump off to the left side. M.J. Emerson, 1 tackling 1. And they don't have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning, and it looks like they're not going to. Down 5, of course, you got to score a touchdown here, and they seem to sort of be taking their time. No real rush from the Lions. They're either going to score or they're going to lose. That's kind of the way they're trying to do this last drive. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports. It's 2-minute warning time. Here we go. Over the middle, cut by Patrick in a bunch of Brown jerseys, but he holds on for a first down into Browns territory. They'll go hurry up here. Goff switches the play. Amon-Ra goes from the left side to the right side of the formation. 1:35 on the clock when it's snapped. Back to pass. He'll throw left side. Oh, he's got to pick it up. M.J. Emerson hits him in the hands. Oh.
Well, that would have ended the game. Unfortunate not to come away with that one, but again, you're in a bend but don't break situation here. You just got to keep them out of the end zone.
Over the middle again, Jamison Williams. He'll pick up the first down, and the Lions will call timeout. Number 1. Oh, it's 2 dropped interceptions. Brutally dropped interceptions today. Back to pass for Goff. He's dodged several bullets. He's going to go over the middle for a short game. Jerome Baker lays the lick on Tim Patrick. 55, 54, Goff in no real hurry. Dump it short again. He's just going to keep dinking and dunking all day. Again, he's got 250 yards. I'm going to put his over-under completions at 30 right now. He is just dumping it off. You're right, a sack would be huge, Applied. First down and 10. They actually can get a first down at the 1-inch line. Dump it left side. Gibbs is wide open at the 10, at the 5, and he'll step out of bounds at the 5. 2nd and 5. There's 44 seconds remaining now. Lions have 1 timeout. Browns defense really needs a stop here. Back to pass. Dump it short, right side. Caught into the end zone, a touchdown. Well, Amon-Ra St. Brown, very talented, and Goff drives him right down the field, and now the Browns will have about 40 seconds and 3 timeouts of their own, as Detroit's going to go for 2. Will a field goal tie or win it? It'll tie. Laporta beats Schlesinger on a little pick route to the outside. Well, 11 plays, 72 yards, 3:11 to do it. Nice drive for the Lions. And here come the Browns.
One critically dropped interception, too.
Oh, yeah. Looming very large here. And it could be the difference between 9-7 and 8-8. Browns from the 28. With 37 seconds, they got all 3 timeouts. You're right, they only need 3 applied. Have not been tremendously successful in obvious passing situations here. Shore will pull back into a shotgun. Jerome Ford in as the better pass protector. or as a play action. Now he'll throw a deep shot, left side, Shador, single coverage. Oh, Judy had a step, and he couldn't quite get it past him. Oh, my. Knocked out of the air by Terry and Arnold, the second-year player out of Alabama. Wow. Sorry, Mitchell. It's okay, brother. We're glad you're on with us now. Browns need a comeback win here. 30 seconds on the clock. Why are we running play action? I do not know. Shador, quick throw left side. Picked off! Game over. They're not going to drop their interceptions. Terry and Arnold, touchdown, Lions. Ugh. This game. Well, 2 dropped interceptions. The Browns turned it over twice. Lions would not return the favor. And now you're going to go into a Week 18 matchup with the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers at 8-8, praying that 9-8 can get you in.
Need some help at 9-8 with as thick as the competition was in there in the AFC. You're going to need a lot of help to get in.
Big Q, you do not need to feel bad at all. It's an obvious passing situation. I do not put that interception on Shador. And I do not put the dropped interceptions on Shador or the screen pass sacks. I mean, we might have missed it regardless, but it's going to be real tough now here. We'll check it out and see what the... also the return of the screens. That's 3 brutal sacks. There's another sack. Aleem McNeil now with 3 of them. But the return of the screen... There were a couple of things about this game that Madden was kind of like, ha ha ha, screw you guys. Shador will throw it deep to the right side. Oh, caught somehow by Deontay Johnson. Again, none of it really matters at this point, but it'll pad his stats. Last play of the game, Shador to the end zone. Incomplete. And a stunned Huntington Bank Field here as the Lions get away with one. Drive it right down the field and score, 15 points in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep.
And the way that only
playing great.
Yeah, the way that only Madden can do.
Yep.
All right, let's look at these stats real quick, and then I'll have Kit wrap it up. Goff, 34 of 44, 34 completions for 262 yards. That's not a lot. Did have the 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 13 for 33 today. Patrick, 8 catches, 8 as well for Sam Laporta in the dink and dunk offense, 7 for Jamison Williams, 5 for Gibbs, 4 for amon-ra. He found the end zone in this one. Jack Campbell with 12 tackles, 8 for the 2 safeties, Branch and Joseph. Sacks today, 3 for McNeil, 2 for Reader. That's 5 from your defensive tackles because of the stupid screenplay. Anzalone, Davenport, and Rodrigo as well, and Terry and Arnold with the brutal 40-yard pick 6. For the Browns, 17 of 30 for 218 for Shador and the 1 interception. Sampson ran well, 5 for 71 and Ford 4 for 20. Both of them got in the end zone. A couple of great scrambles for Shador as well. Tillman, 5 for 59. Judy, 4 for 45. 2 for Fannin, 2 for Deontay, including the big 53-yarder. At the end of the game, 2 for Sampson, Thrash, and Njoku. Just having 1 is not going to get it done. Baker with 17 tackles, 9 for Schwessinger and Newsome. Sacks today, 1.5 for McGuire, 1.5 for Baker, Mason Graham, Trajan Shoyinka, Cam Thomas, Delpit, and Myles Garrett as well. Could not turn the football over. All right, Kit, why don't you wrap this one up?
Well, I mean, you said it. The defense really played well today. Just 2 critical interceptions dropped, and the second one in particular was the difference in this game. And the offense, struggled at times. They did have a run game going, though, and they were able to get the job done when they were needed. But then the critical late interception, really the 2 turnovers being both pretty brutal for this Browns team. First the fumble, and then that late interception, and they end up being the difference in this game as well. For the offensive side of things, obviously ball security and that turnover margin is a big stat in this league, and it shows up in a big way in this one.
All right, here's where we're at, friends. 4 teams have already clinched. That's the Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. That means you got 3 spots available. Broncos at 9-7, Colts at 8-8, Browns at 8-8, Texans at 8-8, and oh, by the way, the Texans have to get in because there will be the division champion, I assume, unless they, of course, lose and the Titans win. So somebody from that division has to get in. So it's us, the Broncos, and the Colts. So let's see who the Broncos and the Colts play. Wouldn't that be nice? Actually, I guess the Colts could beat the Texans if they played. Let's see who plays who here. The Texans play the Jags. Tennessee plays the Chargers. Who else did I say? The Colts. The Colts play the Rams. Whew. All right. Well, so we're going to have to win and get not a ton of help, but we're going to need to get a little bit of help. As you can see, if they started today, we would be in as the 7th seed with the opportunity to play the Kansas City Chiefs. So they'll have to get the dub against the Steelers in week number 18, and we hope you can join that one for us. Kit and I will bring it to you that in a couple of days. Guys, really appreciate you being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. Again, you guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we would very much appreciate that if you would do so. But otherwise, we'll see you again next time. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports, guys. Thanks so much. Take care. Have a great day. Today we will say go Lions. And as always, go Browns.
Wow.